and welcome to Amber Marie Knits, episode 114. Of course, my name is Amber. Welcome to my crafty channel and crazy hair. We're going to talk about knitting, spinning, all sorts of other stuff. I've got a list. We have finished objects this week, so that is very, very nifty. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's hot outside. My air conditioning is off, so you can hear. So, bear with me if I get sweaty. We're going to start with some admin stuff, and then we're going to move into finished objects, whips, tour de fleece, and got a lot of acquisitions. Also, I will have some footage of Fiber U, the Fiber thing I went to on Sunday. So, we're going to start though with some kind of admin-y type stuff. Just some of my friends are doing some cool things, so I want to talk about them. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the the name of it went whoosh. Ghosts Need Love Mal. This is a make-along hosted by Nicole of Witchin' Knittin' Mama. I'll have her Instagram linked below. Actually, I'll have her YouTube linked below. Her YouTube's going to be below because I think she just put out an episode today that's going to talk more about this make-along. I have not watched that episode, but we did it last year. And pretty much you make something. It's a make-along. You make something ghost-related. Now, this can be knit, crochet, sewing, perler beads, a cake, anything, beads that has a ghost on it, it counts. And then you would want to post it on Instagram and tag Nicole in it because hashtags don't work as good as you would think. So, picture should have already been here telling you about it. So, that is the first really cool thing I wanted to talk about. The other thing I did want to talk about, speaking of ghosts, not ghosts, bats. We're still sticking with the Halloween theme. We are less than 100 days to Halloween, if that's important to you. Halloween is okay. I love how excited other people get for Halloween. Me, I can take or leave it. It's nifty, but not like, oh my gosh, amazing for me. But seeing the people I know and my friends get so excited about it, that's the part I love about it. So, as far as Halloween goes, Andy, the Knotty Knittress, she has a pre-order going on just till August 2nd. So, we've only got about a week on this one. Picture here. So, it is the 13 Bats of Halloween. Enjoy the last 13 nights of Halloween with a stitch marker countdown. So, they're all bat stitch markers. But it's collaboration. It is going to be featuring designs by Positively Yarny, one skein of yarn by FionaKayKnits. I don't know if you've seen her yarn, but it is amazing. A spooky tree display. So you'll have a little tree to hang your little bat stitch markers on. And some other small goodies and stuff that'll be in there. So I will have this linked below to do that pre-order if that is something that you were interested in. Part of me wants it, just want it, but I don't use stitch markers enough. Like, I have the ones that I use, but they're cool. I just don't use them enough to make that for me. But I know I'm kind of in the minority of being a knitter and not using a ton of the progress keepers and stitch markers and all of that. And as a whole, we do use a lot. So, oh, that looks weird. That still looks weird, whatever. I don't know. It's just nifty. So if you're interested, linked below. I'm not affiliate or anything like that. That's just, hey, these are my friends. Cool things going on. Actually, as far as the ghost mal goes, kind of leaning towards making a ghost. You get extra points if you use the Susan Claudina ghost pattern. Those are always fun. And hand spun. Can I make a hand spun ghost? Wouldn't that be cool? I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. So that's all the admin-y stuff. Now, let's get into what you're actually here for, is to see what I made. Okay, the first finished object I'm going to share is the Sundial tee by Wool and Pine Designs. I was going to put this on for you, but it's hot, and I can't show the whole thing, and it doesn't quite fit me, because it's not for me. So, I will try to take a video of me wearing it right here, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Best I'm going to get. It's hot outside. So, it was fun though. Okay, show you it. So, yarn used. This is the black is Fangirl Fibers Master Gracie. All the colors are from the Boy Bands collection. That was the February countdown. We have a pink, an orange, yellow, green, kind of a greeny blue, a blue, a bluey purple, and then a purple. This pattern was fun. I definitely recommend it. It's very customizable. I did 2 repeats for each color, and then I like flip-flopped which one was the main one. But you could use a different color for every one. You could use 2 for the entire thing. Like, there's lots of different options on what you can do with this. Ready? There we go. So glad to have it done, though, in a timely manner. It's really fun. You should make one. I liked it. But yeah, first finished object. That one is done. I still need to block it. I'm going to actually block it this afternoon. I just wanted to show you all first because I didn't have a chance to block it before now. But it shouldn't change too much with the mosaic. That's not one that stretches 10. It should just kind of even things out a little bit. So, first finished object. Finished object number 2 is the Musselburgh hat. This is a pattern by Ysolda T. Yarn is Bonia Yarns. And look at that neon tweed. This pattern is always fun. You just knit your little tube. Alright, and then you tuck it in. Okay, there we go. Ready? Woohoo. It's too hot for a hat, but whatever. So, you can roll the brim. Or do it slouchy. If that's your jam more. It looks pretty good. Happy about this. I have not finished a lot of things this month, but I am very glad of the things I have finished. So actually, I think I like this side better. There we go. That fits better. So yeah, pretty fun. The neon tweed is something I would definitely use again because it just looks so cool. Like where there's just the little neons. So yeah, got this done. Oh, that looked funny. Do it this way. That looks dumb. Okay, so that's this finished object. Everything that's finished. But, forgot to talk about this. It's sock week this week. Sunday started sock week. That is put on by Natalie of Knitty Natty. And socks. So I cast on 2 socks, 2 pairs of socks, 2 socks, something like that. I got one done. And then I am working on the second. I might get it done, I might not. I haven't decided yet. So, the first sock. So that's finished. The pattern is mostly the Radically Ribbed Socks by Summerlee. And I did them scrappy because I had a couple 20-gram minis and then some leftovers. So I did 2 colors for the cuff, 1 stripe. These are shorties, and then it's got some ribbing. I did the ribbing all down the foot. I did a heel flap and gusset, and look at that heel. Look at those colors. It's so good. And the foot, and then I did this color on the toe and this color. So they make me happy. I love the bright colors. The second sock has been started. I think I'm ready for the heel on it. This one has a little bit longer of this color cuff, a little bit of this color, that color stripe, and then we're into, this one should be most of the foot. I have to, okay, let's hold this up here real quick. Yeah, it's ready for the heel. So I'll do that at some point. These are making me happy. Just the colors are so good. So I'm doing this for sock week. This one's already been entered in. If I can get another, I theoretically can get my other sock done. I'll show you in just a minute. If I get 2 done, that'd be cool. Years in the past, I've knit like 3 pairs of socks, like 2 shorties and a regular pair. That's not happening this year. I'll be lucky to get 2 individual socks done because, well, I just have this weekend left. Bag by Gingersnapfibers. Love the little hedgehogs. So that's that. And then the other whip is another pair of socks. So this is yarn dyed by me. It's this green and brown. And this sock is a modified DRK everyday sock. So instead of doing the ribbing, actually let me pop this on here so you can see the heel. The heel is so good. Oh, it makes me so happy. Okay, so this is a modified DRK everyday sock. So instead of doing the ribbing, I'm just doing it vanilla, but the Flegel heel. Like, y'all look at this. These aren't for me, but I tried them on. The recipient's feet are just a little bit smaller than mine. Oh, it's so good. Like, it fits me so good. So yeah, so instead of doing the ribbing, you just go up, you decrease, and then you do the Flegel heel. And I think I'm actually at the point where I'm going to start the ribbing. which that's why I said I can probably get these done if I just sat down and worked on them, but then I have spinning to do. So I don't know. We'll see. But aren't they good? Not my colors, but the recipient should love them. That's all my whips, y'all. That is all of my whips as far as knitting goes. So kind of a little bit on future cast-ons, but that's part of acquisitions as well. So let's do spinning. And then spinning is going to segue into acquisitions, which will then segue into future makes, maybe? We'll see. So as far as my spinning goes, I'm going to grab it right here. This is where I'm at on the Malia Made It Monsters Inc. countdown. I'm close. I'm not done. I think the men's Tour de France, ends, I think, Sunday. Today's Friday, by the way, July 25th, in case you're wondering. Can I get this done? Maybe. Can I get applied to? I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna get it done. But then there's the women's after that, so technically I have more time. So I am planning on putting up a Tour de Fleece video this weekend, and then I will probably have a final wrap-up one. Like, I'll do the week 3 video, and then I'll have another wrap-up one for whatever I get done this weekend, or actually finishing things. So that's that part of spinning. Now we're gonna move into, okay, no, we're not gonna do that quite yet. We are going to move into some acquisitions and future cast-ons, and then we're gonna go into Fiber U and acquisitions there. We're gonna do it that way. It'll be fine. So, sample knits. We all know I like to do samples because I'm such a process knitter. I don't necessarily need the item, but I want to make it for people. So I'm going to be making the Ginny cardigan by Suzanne Summer, So Sue Knits, and it is going to be made, it's a brioche cardigan in these colors. So very, very fall Halloween colors, but like kind of a muted Halloween. They're kind of nice. So this yarn is Mosaic Moon. It is a sport weight superwash merino, 385 yards. I think the pattern is DK, but my gauge is always too big anyway, so I'm not concerned. Yes, I'm gonna swatch because it's not for me. If it was for me, I just go for it and hope for the best. But since it is for somebody else, I will actually do a swatch. But yeah, doesn't that look good? So good. So we're gonna do that. Also, in my box, I had a lot of little goodies. There's some bobbins for the e-spinner and stuff like that. I'm not gonna show all those, but I'm gonna show this. Look at this. I should have taken it out. Sorry about the crinkles. This is some Spinner's Candy. 80/20 Merino Stellina. Colorway is Wicked. Look at those pinks. Look at the sparkle. That's going to be so fun to spin. Very, very excited about that. So, that's a little bit of acquisitions, future cast on. Now, real quick, yarn dyeing. Okay, so remember I showed y'all last week I was dyeing some yarn. I got it done. Then those turn out good. This is fingering weight. I've got more yarn outside. The burgundy I showed y'all last week, I think it was last week, I am over dyeing that with a little bit of black to make it just a little bit more moodier and cohesive because there just wasn't enough depth in that. Still planning on making something out of it for myself, but these ones, I think I'm going to keep one and gift the rest. Oh, that shadow is weird. Oh, it's so good though. So dark and moody, so soft and squishy. Okay, now we're going to go into Fiber U. So I'm going to put just a video at the end of this of all the different booths and stuff. It was so awesome. I got to see so many cool different things. There was a lot of vendors. I did buy some stuff. Part of the stuff I bought's right there. Sorry. Okay. So let's go into what I bought. We all know I was in this for fiber. I bought a lot of fiber. Let's show you the fiber and then I'll show you the thing I didn't expect to buy. First fiber. Unfortunately, I do not know the name of the booth. But I'm going to guess about 2 ounces of this brown fluffy. She didn't even know what it was, but it's soft, it's squishy, and it's got that little bit of like orange sparkly. Isn't that pretty? So this one, I don't know how I'm going to spin these yet. I'm barely good with bats, but we're going to figure it out. So that one's pretty. Then this is this place, Southward Farms Longwool. So I got this bat. It is farm blend and silk, 3.5 grams. I already have an idea, since you've got the black, the gray, and the white, and then you've got the silk in here. I'm going to try and see if I can split this by each color into 3 plies, and then make this into a 3-ply yarn. Kind of sort of what I'm thinking. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't know how big each section is because I haven't really taken it out yet. But I got that. And then from the same vendor, I got this. Sorry about the crinkles. So pretty much the same thing, just not any black. It's just the white and the grays. So yeah, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do there, but isn't it so pretty and so squishy? Okay, and then here's another one I got. This is from Fiber Ops Ranch, and this is out of, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but we're going to say Lake of the Ozarks. That's their little tag. And look at this. You know I love my sparkle and my rainbows. So this is Merino and Stellina. And there will be pictures of this, I do believe, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. When I bought this, they made me wear it like a wig. So guess what, y'all? How's that for a new hairstyle? Kind of cool, huh? It's so squishy, though. I already have an idea on spinning this. I want to chain ply it. I'm just trying to decide if I want to try, because this is kind of thin, if I want to try and split this in half. So I'm going to have 2 plies. I don't think I will. That's actually really thin. But yeah, I'm planning on just spinning this end to end and then chain plying it so it keeps this delicious pinks and greens and blues and purpley gradient. Because that's just so fun. So yeah, keep an eye out. I have to finish the spinning project I'm on before I can start all these other fun ones, except for my final acquisition. I don't even know what I was thinking. Y'all, I bought a drop spindle from Hill Creek. I think they're out of Camdenton, Missouri. Not going to swear to that. But yeah. I don't know if I can spin it one-handed like this. But look at it spin. It's so cool. So I've been playing with it. I might put a video in here. It's on Instagram. If you haven't seen that yet. I might go ahead and put a video of me using it. But yeah, it's just got, I don't know, so, isn't that wood so pretty? He had quite a few, and I just found a whole bunch of them. This one is like a medium weight. There was lighter ones, and there was heavier ones. This one was kind of in the middle. So I'm like, okay, that should be the best to learn on. I haven't done the cop part right. Yes, I learned that word. It's called the cop. I'm getting there. But doesn't it look kind of cool? I mean, it definitely looks like yarn. So if we pull that off, that back on. Definitely slow, definitely a learning curve, but I've been trying to practice on it at least like 2 or 3 minutes a day, maybe not a lot. This is a random bat that I have, not even sure where the fiber is. So yeah, it's been fun. That's been nifty. So I am going to have a video at the end of all this. If you want to stay tuned, you'll be able to see just all the stuff. There was all sorts. One of my favorite booths, not something I actually want to do myself, but it just makes me so happy. It's called Zippy Art. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one, because what it is they take, they recycle old metal zippers and do needle felting. And they make some amazing stuff, like brooches, pins, like hangable artwork. It is just really cool. So that was in there. I do not remember all the names of the vendors I saw, but there was so much stuff, and it's definitely got yarn, but it is more of a fiber related type thing, because they've got lots of classes, and the classes range from shearing sheep, making baskets, knitting, crochet, spinning, dyeing, all sorts of different stuff. I think probably rug hooking, what else there would be, needle felting, like just, there's a lot of stuff, that's for sure. So check out those videos. It'll be next July is when we're gonna have it again. I will be going. Maybe next year I'll have to take a class, because I haven't done that yet. I've just only gone for the shopping, which is really fun, but maybe a class next year. Okay, so let's check my list. Okay, I think that's all the fiber related stuff. Now we're going to go into life and books. Sorry, I forgot books last week, but there wasn't really anything to report on books. So we'll do some books. I did finish Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. Out of the Ruinous Love series, I think is the name of that one. Finally got that right. So you have Butcher and Blackbird, Lark, Leather and Lark, and then Scythe and Sparrow. Scythe and Sparrow is definitely my favorite out of all of them. There may be some crafting involved. I mean, there's crafting in Leather and Lark, but there's fiber crafting in Scythe and Sparrow. And I don't know, that one actually made me laugh sometimes. The other ones were okay, but they didn't necessarily make me laugh. Still, if you're into the comedic dark romance, definitely worth watching serial killers fall in love with each other. It's cool. But I finished that, so very happy that I was listening to that. I have not started a new audiobook. I think I just finished it yesterday. As far as other books I am reading the Dragons and Aces I have not read for a few days, which is not good because if I don't read something, I'm more likely to DNF it. But it's not a bad book. That book is tricky because my mental state doesn't want surprises. And I don't know what's going to happen. Like, there's been so many interesting things. First off, you have dragons and planes. And then there's another twist that got thrown in there, and I don't know how I feel about it. So it's been hard to read because I'm just not quite sure what's going on. And then the other book I'm reading is not showing up in my Goodreads because that's how that goes. Let me go to Kindle. I know it's a Shannon Mayer. Yeah. Inked in Ashes by Shannon Mayer. I kind of been reading that a little bit, but that's more when I'm not at home, like for my lunch break at work and stuff. When I'm at home, I picked up a comfort read. And isn't it interesting that not all comfort reads are comfortable reading? But I've read it enough, so actually got it right here. So I've been reading Brightly Burning by Mercedes Lackey. This book is, I don't know, I've read it a lot of times. It's one of the sadder stories in the Valdemar series because it doesn't have a happy ending. Sorry to spoil it, but it doesn't. But it's still good. And pretty much all of her books are going through adversity. There's always good points to them. Like, there's always something good even with the bad. So they're very, very much like life itself. And I don't know. I know how it ends. I know it's sad, but I still want to read it. So I've been flying through it because, I mean, I read this book probably 5 times at this point in my life because she's my comfort author. Like, if I had to pick only one author whose books I would want to read, I would actually pick Mercedes Lackey because she does have a variety of books, and they're all fantasy. All the ones that I've read are fantasy, anyways. Some of them are urban. The Diana Tricard series, I can't remember the name. But this one, my favorite. So, that's it for books. Life's going to change a little bit. So, as far as getting videos out, next week may look a little bit different because usually I work Sunday through Thursday, so I'm off Fridays and Saturdays. For the next 3 weeks, I'm shifting to Monday through Friday. So it is currently like 1 o'clock on Friday. I'm recording, plan to have this up by 5 p.m. tonight. I do not know if I will have it up by 5 p.m. next Friday because I won't be home until like 5 p.m. next Friday. So it may be Saturday night before I get it up. But don't worry, there will be an episode next weekend. It just may be late. And what else, Lifey? That's really all I've got. It's hot. I know it's hot everywhere. Not much we can do about it. Just roll with it. That's it. But this one's a longer one, but I had a lot of stuff to show you, and I'm going to have all the Fiber U footage here at the end. Y'all can check that out. And then stay tuned for later on this weekend for my Tour de Fleece episode. I will be getting that up, hopefully sometime tomorrow. And that's all I've got for you. Again, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great weekend. Bye, y'all.